on the internet. I wanted to come and talk about something that is actually very serious in comparison to, I guess, whatever I would normally talk about or what most people are talking about. And I have a couple of things I want to talk about. Okay. But the first thing I do want to talk about is how I believe the planets are affecting people. Okay. And I don't know how many of you people understand what's going on astrologically. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with the space right now, and we got 3-1 Atlas barreling toward Mars. We were just came out of like a black moon where we had like two Virgo moons back to back almost. We've got this full moon in Aries that's coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow is the full moon in Aries, and I feel like maybe that could be why I'm a little bit motivated today to come out today and not wait until tomorrow. But the thing I really want to talk about is what's been going on energetically. Energetically. I feel like we've all been going through something energetically, right? All of us. I don't think anyone is exempt, except for those who are in deep denial about what is going on. And I feel like every day we get closer and closer to everybody that was in deep denial waking up like, I've been had. So there's a lot of that going on. But then inside of the Black community, I'll just say people of color. I won't even say Black. I'll just say people of color, because that could be Hispanic, that could be African, that could be Indian, that could be anything. That's not the primary color that certain people want, right? Over the last 8-9 months, Black women in particular have been targeted in a way that we've never seen before. Ever. And as a result, I believe there is a lot of sadness within the Black community in general, but particularly for women of color, Black women are having a hard time. I noticed that some were crashing out on each other. I have noticed that. But I think that Black women in general are having a hard time. And one of the biggest things going on right now is that Miss, what was it? Was it Miss Jamaica? I forget what year it was. Just killed herself. Tyra Spalding killed herself. I think we're all a little bit in shock because she's absolutely stunningly beautiful. But she was dealing with a depression that I think, one, she might have already had some form of a depression. Maybe like schizoaffective or something like that. Maybe, I'm not sure. But the issue is that it was all the things that are going on in our nation, all the things that are going on with women at this time that was depressing her. It was the things about what's happening that caused her so much depression and confusion. I mean, you guys don't understand. We're being told or shown things that's sort of in a way saying that good is bad and bad is good. I don't know. Is anyone else confused about what's been going on? And I feel like anyone who's in any form of depression or sadness will experience it. Now, on a personal level, I have not posted it anywhere, but I can tell you about 3-4 days ago, maybe 5 days, but it's been within this last week. I was so depressed. I had went on, and I just couldn't seem to make a video. So I made a video on my computer, and in it, I came out in a bonnet, no makeup, tore up, looking like Mom's Maybelline, and started crying in this video that I made. And I refused to post it. And I also stopped giving into that feeling of hopelessness. I feel like that's the feeling that it is. It's somewhere between apathy and hopelessness. Fear, mortification, apathy, and hopelessness. And I think there's also a little bit, like there is that incredulousness, like I still can't believe I'm seeing it because I'm 60 some years old. I didn't think I would see anything like this in my lifetime. It's like we went to the worst part of who we are as humans. And why would we go there? My question is why? Why are we here? So I'm an astrologer, and so my thing is to look at things through the eyes of an astrologer. When I look at things through the eyes of an astrologer, I'm seeing planets that are retrograding. Right now, we've got some of the most heaviest, serious planets are retrograding. We've got Saturn in Aries retrograding. We've got Neptune in Aries retrograding. We have Uranus in Libra, or excuse me, in Uranus in Gemini retrograding. The sun is in Libra right now. We've got Pluto in Aquarius retrograding. The thing is, there's a lot of Libra and Aries and Cancer, but we've got Jupiter in Cancer. So there's a T-square for a lot of people whose sun might be somewhere in there. I made a video the other day talking about what I expect to happen with myself. And that's that I have my sun at 14 degrees of Capricorn. I was born with that. Well, this full moon tomorrow happens at 14 degrees of Aries. Okay. And the sun will be at 14 degrees of Libra. And the Cancer moon or Cancer Jupiter, although it's wide at 22 degrees, will be within striking distance of making a grand square. And a grand square is a lot of action, but it can also be really a lot of stress. So I am already actively taking whatever precautions ahead of time about the stress. I'm talking about it. I'm getting it out there. I want to bring up the subject of sadness and depression. And I am thinking stuffing. Does anyone know what I mean by that? Because I know that for a lot of, not just the women, but in general, Black people right now, we're just quiet. I know for myself, I was stuffing for the first 6 of these 8 months. You guys know I used to talk about this stuff a lot. And for some reason, I didn't want to. It wasn't that, your life is in jeopardy. It's that I found it just so distasteful that there was really not much I wanted to say. And I got quiet. If you go to my TikTok, you can see a definitive change in my posting behavior. I just started posting pictures of myself, which is not good. And that's the point I'm trying to make. One of the things that people said about Tyra was that when you get into that kind of depression, that sadness, where it feels so hopeless that you're at the point where you want to take pills, where you want to jump out the building, where you want to do the self-harm thing, that one of the secrets is to make sure you get out of yourself. And I want to take a moment before I go on to personally thank every single person who responded to me personally over the last, I would say, 6 months when I begged you for prayer. Okay, because I was going through my own hell because I only have one child. and my child was sick and dying. And I didn't know what to do. And I'm on my own. I'm a single person. I don't even have a pet. My daughter was shutting out because she's sickly and was feeling suicidal herself. I'm sure it's scared, right? Who wants to live with that? And I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for your prayers for my daughter. I want to thank you for your positive support. I want to thank you for being there when I needed you. I just want to thank every person that sent a prayer. Every single one of you. Thank you so much. Because one of the things that is the main problem is when someone is going through a deep depression is that they're alone. Even if they're not alone, they feel like they're alone. They're going through this alone. They're going through the pain alone. They're going through the sadness alone. They're going through the tears alone. They're alone. So every person that is willing to reach out, to say, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. You don't know, you could be saving someone's life. That one little thing. So one of the things I've been seeing is that when you get depressed, to help 10 people. So like if you get really depressed, a lot of it is because you're really into yourself. And that's why I said just posting, pictures about yourself and just getting into your own self, that can really be triggering because you're not expanding outside of your situation or your pain or your loneliness or that oneness that you feel. That's the biggest thing about depression, is that you start feeling you're alone, that you're worthless, that you're not needed, that there's no purpose, there's no reason for being here. And it makes you want to give up. Now, you might think, what is Adrienne doing talking about stuff like suicide? I tried to commit suicide 4 times. I don't want to lie. And I got damn close. Excuse my expression, but I did. I could tell you the last time, I think my daughter was 8. Because I went into this weird suicidal thing with the postpartum. And from the time I had her until she was 8, I was always under this frantic suicidal thing. And then when my daughter was 8, and I got so close, and I thank my friend Janet, she drove across town because she felt I was depressed. She literally busted in my door and slapped the pills out. When I say this, I know it sounds like a movie. It is not a lie, you guys. I was sitting in my house across town from her. And I was contemplating, that was it. That was it. I was done. Okay, done. I had married some guy who was a crack addict. I was done. Okay, I want you guys to understand where I was. I figured my daughter would be better with my mother at the time because they were so close. And I was done. And I had the pills in my hand. And I later found out that it was a bad combination cocktail that my doctor gave me. We later found out Prozac and Desirel, and there was another one, Prozac, Halcyon and Desirel causes people to commit suicide. Who knew? Anyway, she came in, she knocked the pills out of my hand, the white van came, they took me away. And I stayed away for a while that time, like 6-8 weeks. They got me on another medication, but the thing that got me was the group therapy, was understanding that I had to put my focus elsewhere. I had given up on putting my focus in my baby. And I decided from that moment on that I would put all my focus in my child. And I have. From that moment on. I didn't realize that was the same year that she had a bad year, and her 8 year was a bad year. And so I feel like I spent the rest of my life, or trying to figure out a way to make it up to her. So I want to thank my friend Janet for saving me. Two, I want to thank those doctors for letting me know that the secret was reaching out outside of me and not concentrating on all the pain that was inside of me. Because there was a lot of internal pain, psychological. But once I started focusing outside of myself, things started to get better. When I left Alaska, we moved to Jersey. I opened Astrology Look Inside in 1997. And I remember at first, I was so consumed with helping people, like consumed, like to the point of like consumption, like really, that I really believe to this day that I was channeling. I did something like 10,000 readings in a matter of like a year or two. It was crazy. I had opened up Astrology Look Inside on MSN groups at that time, and we just had an outpouring of people because it was at that time, a lot of people weren't talking about astrology the way they are now. Now, and it's everywhere. I feel like, I don't get any respect for what I feel like there wasn't too many people out there, y'all. It wasn't. There was just a few of us. Mm. Now I'm 62. So, I'm going back in the day. Like I said, 1997, there wasn't much on the internet, and there definitely weren't a lot of astrologers on the internet. It's amazing how far we've come with that, with astrology, and with I think spirituality in general. It's I hear something new every day about what's going on in the spiritual world, and there's just evolution happening, evolution. But anyway, I just wanted to come and give that message to reach out. If you're a woman of color, you're going through sadness, you're going through depression, if you can avoid being like Tyra, she had her YouTube channel, she recorded 15 minutes later, she killed herself. So I want people to understand, I don't know where you're at internally, but you're not alone. I might be sitting here and you might be looking at me going, oh, she looks all together and whatever. Child, I had to pull myself together. There ain't no nothing special going on in this life. I have to fight for everything I do at this age, okay? I had to do a transformation just to look this cute, to come online. Because believe me, I was looking like Mom's Maybelline like 2 hours ago. Believe me, okay? So we're all in it, whatever it is. We're all in it. We're not alone. Remember, you're not alone. Please reach out to me if you want someone to talk to, if you need someone to talk to. That's what my business is really, is I talk to people. I am Adrienne Capricorntigress. I'll put a link up when I'm done with this video. So if anyone does want to reach out to me, you'll have a link that you can do so. But don't go through it alone. Maybe you can't afford to, get a professional right now, but you can maybe afford to get an astrologer. And we can maybe look at what's going on and see what's happening in your own horoscope chart. Maybe it's just a transit. Maybe you're going through, like I'm going to go through tomorrow, some kind of crazy grand square that might affect my life. Who knows what it is, but hold on. Okay, hold on. Whatever it is. And reach out to someone like me. Reach out to me. I first of all, I wanted to say I am looking for more clients. I would love to have more clients. It is that time of the year where I really want to do that, and I want to start promoting and let you guys know that I'm here. And also, like I said, if you just need someone to talk to, I'm here. I'm here. I didn't get certified in all the things I got certified in, not to talk to people. If it's about relationships, I actually went and took classes on, you know, different things like narcissistic abusive relationships. I took a class on that. I'm certified in other things like healing and coaching and astrology and all of it, pretty much. I'm a spiritual coach, all of that. So if sometimes you just need someone to talk to, and I would love to be there for you. I also do tarot. I also do runes. I also do crystals. I also do other things. So reach out to me. Let's chat. Let's talk. Let's see how we can be of benefit to each other and maybe help each other get through a really tough time. Because I feel like a lot of people are going through a really tough time. But remember, you're not alone. And if you do feel like you are, please reach out to someone, anyone. Okay. All right. Anyway, this has been my special PSA. This has been Adrienne, Capricorntigress. Happy October 2025 to everyone. Happy full moon in Aries to everyone. I sliced my finger today in case you're wondering what happened. I was making homemade green salsa and sliced my finger. Anyway, much love to everyone. Many blessings. Mwah. Don't forget to reach out to me. I am here for you. I am here. Okay. And I've got special pricing. Oh, and the website is down. So click on whatever link you see. Don't go rush into the website because it ain't there right now. Okay. All right. Just thought I'd tell you. Okay. Bye, y'all.